Hey strangers, so I'm kind of like, I feel a little bit nervous because now every time I post a beauty video, it is on the day. It's like live. There's no more pre-recorded. I'm trying to find more content to put out for my YouTube, but obviously I don't want to just put out something just for the sake of uploading a video. I actually want to mean it. So for today, I'm going out to an art gallery. I'm pretty excited. It is basically inspired by the director from the one who did Pan's Labyrinth, Guillermo del Toro. I'm probably butchering his name, but super excited to do that. If you guys want to see the vlog on that, just subscribe and then you'll see it. But that's probably going to be in like a couple weeks down, because for vlogs I do pre-record them, or like I tend to do only once a week. But anyways, I'm blabbering around. I'm so sorry. But today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing fresh impressions on face brush products, or face application products. So today I'm going to be doing it on the silisponge, which I'm super excited. I got this. It's not the legit silisponge, but I got it from, I think, Ipsy. And, no, not Ipsy, iMats. It smells okay. It's fine. But it's really cool because now it's not really a huge thing anymore. I usually use the beauty blender here, but because for fresh impression I want to try that out. And I'm also going to be trying the Lori, this is from the dollar store, these oval brushes. I heard good things about them. I've never tried an oval brush before, so I don't know what to expect, but it looks really cool. It looks quite legit actually, and it feels super soft too. So it's like a 2-in-1 fresh impression. This is $3, and then for this one I know I spent only like maybe $1.50, when before I think online it retailed for a certain amount. So the first thing I'm gonna do is apply my face moisturizer. For my daily one I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, which is good for oily skin, so put that on. And because it's fall time now, right, so it's good to moisturize the skin. If I could choose not to put any on, I would love to not put anything on, just because I don't like the feeling of lotion on my face, but it is what it is. You gotta moisturize your skin, unfortunately. And then I like to spray my skin with the Mario Badescu rose water, and I really like this. I actually don't mind it, and the smell of it is very fresh. So okay, so while tastes nasty though, that sets down, I'm just gonna let my face dry a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys about what I'm gonna be applying today. So I usually, as you know, if you guys are longtime followers of mine, I don't like using foundation or anything because I feel like my skin for the most part is quite even. But for today I am gonna be doing foundation, not the whole face, but for the majority. And then I'm also gonna put in my concealer, which is this one right here. I love using the Instant Age Rewind. This is like my all-time favorite concealer. I have yet to try a high-end one, but I'm scared because if I try a high-end one, I don't want to spend too much money, as I already do, on makeup. But if I find like a drugstore that I like, I stick to it. But if you guys have any suggestions, please comment down below on what kind of concealer you like, and keep in mind that I have oily skin, so there's that. The one that I use is the neutralizer, but sometimes I switched from this to the medium, and I've been using this since I was like probably, I'd like to say 20, around 20. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Vitalis Elixir, and this is in the color 645. So there's that. And it smells really good too. And this one, there's SPF 20. Also, it's oil free. So why not? And it's good until the 2019. So that's a long time from now. And I think I usually use this as a spot. For my contour, I'm going to be using the NYX Wonder Stick. I do have the Fenty one as well, but I'm trying to use this up because there's only this much left. So pretty sure I can use that up today. And then I'm also gonna use the powder of the NYX contour palette, and I've been using this for a while now, so there's that. So now that my face is set out, I'm gonna start applying this. I'm super excited actually. I don't know how the cleanliness is gonna be, so let's put this down. So if I'm looking this way, it's because there's a mirror there as well, so bear with me. Oh, And I'm so glad because there is construction going on right now, and like, but there's nobody yelling outside, no drilling. I don't want to jinx it, but you know, take advantage and record. So what I usually like to do with my concealer is kind of like do a T. I find that this highlights the nose a little bit, and then yeah, here sometimes I go here too, but all right, let's try it out. I don't know if I should clean this first. Let me grab a baby wipe and just kind of wipe that down. Okay, so I wipe that down. Now let's start to apply this. Huh. It honestly feels like you're rubbing some sort of like rubber duck or something on your face. But for the most part, I'm looking at it, it is blending it, which is really cool. And I think a lot of people, why I was so hyped out was because they were saying how you're not going to be wasting too much product with this. So, and my plan is to see how well it sits, because even with the beauty blender I find that I tend to crease a little bit still, but what I like about the beauty blender for me is that it tends to take away the oil as well, because I do tend to I can't talk. I do end up getting a lot of oily skin. Now, I don't know if there's a difference between the flat part and the chubby part. Kind of feels weird though using this, but it is blending it very well. So no complaints there. And I do like the idea of the cleanliness of this, like very easy to clean, so there's also that. Okay, what do you guys think? I feel like on camera it doesn't look like it's blending it that perfectly, but it could be because my blending game ain't right, but it is what it is. Looks good. So next thing I'm gonna do is do some spot conceal with the foundation. This one is a little bit darker for me now because this was meant for the summer, but I can't really tell a difference that much. Sometimes I like to add it underneath the eye as well, just so the eye doesn't look caked out or like whited out. Let's go. I feel like a lot of people, when I watched other videos on the review of this thing, they said it became blotchy, but for me I don't really see any blotchiness, so that's a plus. I don't know what brand this is from, unfortunately, because you know, all I got is a little Ziploc bag and a little bear bag there, but it's actually pretty good. I'm liking it so far. And it's crazy because now like you can get it anywhere. You can even get it in the dollar store, right? So pretty crazy how from as seen on TV, it's now like you can use it anywhere. All right, so it's all put out. I feel like it looks pretty good from what I see on the camera. Doesn't look blotchy or anything. I mean, the only part that looks blotchy is my big pores, but that is not the sponge's fault. So that's good. All right, so next what I'm gonna do, just usually I would do my eye makeup. Maybe I'm thinking of doing that right now, and then later we'll use the contour and then get back to you on what I think afterwards. Whew, the lighting is so much better now, but I'm doing another fresh impression on another video on this eye makeup, so I'll leave that there. But now I'm ready to do some contouring. So if you guys want me to do tutorials or anything like on eye looks, I'd be happy to. It's just I find that there's so many eye looks out there and everybody kills their eye look, and I don't know if anybody would be interested in this look right here, but yeah, so there's that. But I'm gonna start doing my contour. I'm not the best at contouring, but my sister was telling me how, because like me and her, we have smaller faces, she went to get her makeup done and the artist was saying how it's best for smaller face girls to kind of like put it on their cheek, not here. So if you put it on the cheek right there, and I like to kind of like emphasize it by putting it upwards rather than downwards, and then I'm gonna do the same for here. And I've been loving this NYX Wonder Stick. Like, I find that it's not too dark. It works really well for my face color, and the color that I have in this one is in medium tan. So there's that, and I'm also gonna put that on my nose. And I also noticed that my under eye concealer was starting to patch up, so I did retouch it with the silisponge. And then my nose, I felt like the silisponge made the pores a little bit bigger than what it should be, so I did retouch it with my beauty blender. But anyways, as I'm using this, it feels really, really nice. Like, it doesn't feel sticky or dry or anything. Again, I've never used an oval brush before, so I don't know how to properly use it. But I can tell you this, that it does define it really badly. Like, you guys can even see, it looks like I'm just smudging mud all over my face. So let me just try to fix that by... Or maybe the size of this brush is incorrect, but... What you want to do with the contour, what I've been doing, is putting it upwards rather than dragging it down. Kind of like put it upwards so it gives the illusion of like bigger cheekbones, if that makes sense. And again, this is just what works for me. Just because like I'm doing this doesn't mean it's the right way, or there's no right or wrong way, but you know your own face better than anyone else, so just do it. But I got this tip from moving it on up from a makeup artist that was at IMATS, so I'm really happy that she taught me that tip. So I also put it underneath the jawline just so it can kind of like define it a little bit more. This feels really good. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm putting a lot of product or anything. It feels really relaxing, kind of like a massage. Alright, so I'm gonna try to chisel my nose with this too. No, to me that looks really bad, doesn't it? Let me try to buff it out. Maybe the powder will fix it. Try to dip this in the powder. And the shades that I use on this one, I usually go for the 2 darkest shades. Here goes. Ooh, Nelly! Oh, Nelly. I think I may need to chisel it down a little bit. This side's not bad. Damn. This defines it like a whole nother level. Wow. Like, usually my brush never chisels it down like that. Oh my god, it looks like I smeared poop on my face. So now I'm just doing it in circular motion, hoping that it won't be as, you know, dark. In person it actually doesn't look too bad, but on the camera it's capturing every crease. Okay. Bring you guys to a different angle. So see, it actually doesn't look too bad, right? If you guys have any tips on how to use oval, please let me know. I think I'm gonna leave it at that because my hair usually hides it. But okay, so I kind of fixed it. I did add blush and highlighter. So yeah, I think it looks a lot better now. I just had to like kind of smudge it with my fingers. But anyways, I'm gonna let this stay on my face for the whole day, and then I'll come back and let you guys know what I think about it afterwards. But I'm pretty sure you guys can tell my fresh impression or my initial reaction as I'm using it. So I'll get back to you guys later tonight and let you guys know how they stayed on. Okay, so this is me coming back from the art gallery. I feel like looking at my concealer and everything, it doesn't look blotchy at all. If anything, it looks like only this part looks a tiny bit blotchy, but everything else looks good. Same with the contouring. I find that it looks very natural. So I mean, my final thoughts on it is that the silisponge is a good product if you're looking for something that's inexpensive, nothing that's super expensive like the beauty blender. But I'm not sure if I can just ditch the beauty blender for the silisponge. It's nice to use once in a blue moon, or if you're traveling especially, because it's so easy to clean up. But in terms of like using it every day and just kind of like substituting the beauty blender for the silly sponge altogether. I don't think I would be doing that. So worth to buy it, yes, because it's so inexpensive, but is it worth it to forget about the beauty blender or any sort of like sponge? Probably not. In terms of the oval brush, I find that one was a little bit hard for me to use. I did use a little bit on my roommate to see what she thought about it initially, and she really liked the feeling. Super soothing, but I think if you're going to be doing a contour, maybe use a bigger oval brush, not the smaller one, because I feel like the size that I used was mainly for the nose or like more sharper contour, not like a whole face contour, you know what I mean? So I don't think I would repurchase the oval brush again just because it was too sharp for me. I did have to smear it out with my fingers, so that's why it looks this way. But basically that is my end impression, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I would really appreciate it if you guys do. But if you like what you see, you'll catch me in a later beauty video. Bye, strangers.